Regulators! Mount up!
And this to be needed. So when you tell a man, I don't need you, you're actually denying him.
No. But I'm saying, like, we're talking about finances, right? I'm not saying I don't need you to be a decent person. I don't need you to be observant.
Okay.
I'm not saying I don't need you to, like...
Now I understand.
Because at the end of the day, like...
I'm self-sufficient. I can take care of myself.
I don't...
I'm here because I want you here, not because I need you here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that you say, well, I don't need you financially, but I need you for all these things. How are you treating that man? Because I guarantee men who are dating outside of their race, they are doing it and they're having success in the terms of they ain't got to hear that shit.
I was just about to say that. You have men that are dating outside their race and they're happy. And you see, you have men that, and shout out to Passport Bros, by the way. You have men that have taken their passports and they went abroad. They went to other countries. Okay, I get it. You're unable to obtain a passport. You relocated to Florida. I say, why you bring up Florida so much? Because you look at the other cultures that live in Florida. They do business in Florida. There you have it. Everybody's different everywhere you go. But when you look at how black men are being treated by women of other race and other cultures, they're happy. The respect, the love, the trust, the future building is there. But when it comes to the American black woman, what's going on? What's wrong? Where's your pros? Let's go deeper. Let's specify. Black women. Modern black women. There we go. Break it down to the nearest accommodator. Modern black women are the ones that are failing, the ones that are missing out, the ones that don't have nobody, the ones that can't keep nobody, the ones that are crashing out that we see on social media because men ain't sticking around. Men ain't signing up for that. The juice is not worth the squeeze.
Why does anybody have to say that if we supposed to be giving to each other? If it's a reciprocal relationship, why should you ever tell me that? When we're working as a quote unquote team. If we're working as a team, I ain't got to tell you I'm the best player on the team. It's understood. And then you understand your role. Everyone knew that Scottie Pippen was good. Scottie Pippen was a defensive genius. He could do everything on the court. But when it was time for the game to be on the line, everybody named Mama who was watching the goddamn sport knew that Jordan was getting the ball.
Oh, hell yeah. Jordan played his role. Pippen played his role. Dennis Rodman played his role. If you want to use the analogy of the Chicago Bulls and their era, John Paxson, Luke Longley, Horace Grant, you want to use the Chicago Bulls of that era, correction, they all were good in their own way. And because they were all good in their own way, they knew their positions and they mastered their positions. That's why they were able to win those games and those championships, because it all came together. Now, were there some locker room fights? Of course. But when it became game time, they threw all that shit away and they came together.
As good as Scottie was, Jordan was getting that ball. And Scottie didn't complain. He understood his role. He knew that he might be called upon. And you do your job.
22% of single women say they're tired of emotionally mentoring the men they date.
What does that look like?
To be honest, it is exhausting because, I mean, I don't think that I've dated a lot of people, but I think that I have enough, like,
experience.
You ain't got shit. And you have dated a lot of people. You look like you've allowed more than one Pookie and Ray Ray to nut up in you. You done gave enough cheeks to the Pookie and Ray Rays. You look like you look like an issue, a big ass issue sitting on that damn couch.
Experience to know things.
You don't know
And
shit.
sometimes having to be like, okay, well, you should be doing this, or you should. That is exhausting because, all right, that's why it's exhausting for me, because I'm the type of person that don't feel like they need to be mentoring anybody at this big old age.
That's actually one of the smartest things I've heard this woman say. She's absolutely right. She don't need to be mentoring anybody. That's why I always talk about being a man that is on his purpose and working on yourself. You have to already have those leadership qualities before you get into a relationship, some type of long-term relationship, thinking that you're going to lead the situation.
Well, even so. However, even in a relationship or getting to know someone, there are going to be things that you are still going to learn about each other. There are going to be things that you have to understand about each other. There's a lot of growth there. Okay? You may see something in that individual that you are with, getting to know, dating, and so forth. And you mentor that person. You keep that person inspired, spirits uplifted. Because in all, you're growing. The both of you are growing together. The both of you are growing, you're learning, you're adjusting together.
You ain't never led nobody. You ain't never did nothing to lead anything, yet you think you're going to lead this whole human being? You think you're going to entrust this whole life to your hands? And listen, this shit used to happen all the time, where men kind of had OJT, on the job training. But now women today, they swear they know more or as much or not more than we do. So you have got to be on your P's and Q's. That's why you go out and you do the things that you got to do. You get that knowledge, you gain that experience. And that
Not only that, it's nothing that Sean C's saying is wrong. No. He's making an actually amazing point. And that's why I broke it down from two different perspectives. Both are still a good point. And that's why I always encourage men, be the best version of yourself. When it comes to dating, you got to use wisdom. You got to know who to talk to and who not to talk to. You got to know who to date and who not to date. Who to let in your home, who not to let in your home. Who to take out on a date and who not to take out on a date. All these basic things, men, you have to learn. You have to learn how to read the room. Watch facial micros, body language. If she really likes you, it's going to show. If she likes you for you, if she likes your wallet, it's going to show. And if so, you need to make an executive decision.
That way, when she comes to the table, it ain't about her, you knowing more than her. Really, it's about what can you really teach her.
So I don't like to open my mouth and say, hey, I think that you should be doing this. And I've required this. And now I know that part I should be doing, because if I require something and I like someone and they like me, then I should be telling them how they should be loving me and all of this and all of that. But it's just like the simple things.
That right there, that last part, again, there's the truth and then there's the lie. Part of what she said is absolutely correct. She shouldn't have to open her mouth to say those things. But at the same time, this is why, as a man who knows what he wants, you have to make your expectations known in the beginning. And again, if you've never led shit or you never had anybody work for you or under you, you're at a disadvantage. Because you're not going to get the fact that as a leader and people are looking to follow you, they are looking to see what your plan is. And if you have no plan and you have no direction or guidance, how they going to follow you? But where this type of woman gets something wrong at with her blonde ass hair is the fact that even though she says she shouldn't be saying that stuff, they do it anyway. They do it anyway. A lot of modern women today are quick to undercut a man because that's what they think they should be doing. A real woman, a discerning woman, isn't going to undercut her man. She's going to make suggestions. She's going to make that man feel like it was his idea. She's going to make that man give him something to think about. Like, you know what? You're right about that.
Proper communication. That's what it comes down to. Proper communication. Modern women don't know how to communicate. And when they do communicate, they communicate for the wrong reasons. While on the other hand, a woman of good character, it will be known that she communicates very well. She's very articulate. You follow where I'm going with this? You will know the difference of how an individual moves just by observation.
And she'll humbly be like, all right, just thought you should know. Or if you got a funny ass relationship, yeah, she might like, yeah, I knew I was right. And then you can laugh about it. But she's never going to undercut you as a man because she realizes that you have a growth journey too. And that's the difference between old school women and these young ass women today, because they don't understand it because they're not wife material.
So my little cousin called me the other day, right? She said, hey, cuz, can you come help me? I had a flat. I'm on the side of the road. I said, all right, cool. I pull up. She crying and shit, cuz I don't know. I can't afford to get no tire. So don't worry about it. We'll get you one. Ain't nothing like $40, $50. We'll get you one. I take the tire off. I take it up there. I get another one. I come back. I'm getting ready to put the fucking tire on. I see smoke coming from the passenger side. I stand up. It's a nigga in the car vaping. I said, who is that? She said, my boyfriend. Yo, boyfriend? Why the fuck he ain't get you no tire? And what the fuck was he at when I first got up here? She said, he went to the store to go get a vape. Went to the store to go get a vape. So why you didn't get him to buy you a tire? She said, well, I don't want to make his problem my problem.